Spelling Out Words is an essential reference workbook for students in Year 3 and above, including for students in the secondary school years. Students can use this book to build a personalised repertoire of vocabulary and spelling knowledge. This is the perfect resource for students to learn the spelling and meanings of interesting, new or challenging words that they encounter when reading, learning about a topic, and when writing across any subject. Spelling Out Words is an evidence-informed resource. It comes with a free school year subscription to a digital dashboard whereby teachers can print word analysis charts for their students to use for the purpose of analysing interesting, new or challenging words that are considered Tier 2 and Tier 3 words. These are words that add precision to writing and can support reading comprehension. Tier 2 and Tier 3 words need to be explicitly taught. Vocabulary knowledge and spelling skills are essential for communication. They support reading, writing, and learning across the curriculum. Students can improve their vocabulary and spelling skills if teachers provide structured, explicit instruction in the linguistic properties of words. Breadth of vocabulary knowledge, that is, how many words a reader knows, has been found to highly correlate with a reader's ability to decode words. Depth, or the quality of word knowledge, has been found to be a strong predictor of inferential reading comprehension. Depth of vocabulary knowledge is multifaceted. Spelling Out Words enables students to build multifaceted representations of words. For example, this includes learning the multiple shades of meaning of a word, the meaning of a word in both a semantic context and also out of context. Also, the morphemic structure of a word, the word's semantic associations, for example, synonyms for a word, and that is associating a word with other words that have similar meanings. Also, the word's orthographic properties, for example, knowing the graphemes that correspond with phonemes in a word. Research suggests that readers with richer, deeper vocabulary knowledge are more likely to use their depth of vocabulary knowledge to build a mental model of the text as they read it. Building a mental model of the text is what skilled readers do. That is, they can integrate ideas presented in a text to generate inferences. Vocabulary knowledge can play an important role in a student's ability to spell new words and then apply that knowledge to their writing. Repeated experiences with new words can help a student develop accurate orthographic representations. With an increase in vocabulary knowledge, a reliance on effortful encoding or spelling diminishes. In other words, spelling can be more automatic and accurate in the presence of wider and deeper vocabulary knowledge. Spelling Out Words is a reference resource that enables students to be supported in a structured way, to have repeated experiences with new or challenging words so that they can expand and strengthen their orthographic lexicon. According to ERI, orthographic mapping involves the formation of letter-sound connections to bond the spellings, pronunciations, and meanings of specific words in memory. It explains how children learn to read words by sight, to spell words from memory, and to acquire vocabulary words from print. Research also suggests that autonomous orthographic lexicons can become established when durable, multifaceted representations of words can be directly and automatically retrieved. Spelling Out Words helps students with their orthographic mapping. They can also use this reference resource to monitor their own progress. They can use this book to look up graphemes for different vowel phonemes and consonant phonemes. Students can also refer to this book to identify and apply generalizations for different suffixes and prefixes. What follows is an example of how this book can be used. First, a student needs to identify a tricky or new word encountered when they read or write or when they're studying a new topic. A teacher may also select this word for study. So in this hypothetical example, let's assume that word is accept. First, the student segments the word into syllables and phonemes. The word accept has 2 syllables, accept. Each syllable will have a vowel phoneme. The phonemes in the word accept are ac, ep, t. There are 6 phonemes in the word. The student records this word multiple times in their spelling out words book. First, they identify the first phoneme-grapheme correspondence in the word. The first phoneme in the word accept is a, and it's represented using the grapheme A, or the letter A. The student writes the word accept in the correct table for graphemes for a, as in the word accept in their spelling out words workbook. They highlight the target grapheme, and in this case, it is in the initial position of the word. This word becomes part of their vocabulary that they develop and add to their personalised reference book. Next, the student may be asked to identify any potentially tricky phoneme-grapheme correspondences in the word. It may be a part of the word that the student has incorrectly spelled in their own writing, so it's worth learning this word correctly. For example, the word accept has the letter C in the medial position of the word to represent the unvoiced S phoneme. Let's assume the student has written the corresponding grapheme using the letter S instead of the letter C when writing the word in a continuous text. So the student can be asked to write the word accept in their spelling out words reference book, but this time they write the word in the table that matches that particular tricky phoneme-grapheme correspondence. As you can see here, the tricky phoneme-grapheme correspondence occurs in the medial position of the word. The grapheme C represents the third phoneme in the word accept, ac. The student writes the word accept using the letter C to represent the S phoneme in the medial position. The student can also highlight that particular target grapheme phoneme correspondence. To build a multifaceted representation of the word accept and to help the student remember the spelling of this word, the student may also be asked to analyse the morphemic structure of the word, or they could be asked to add morphemes to the word. A morpheme is a small, meaningful unit in a word, such as a base or root, or a prefix or a suffix. For example, the student can be asked to write the word again in their spelling out words reference book, but in various tables that refer to particular suffixes. In this example, the word accept is a verb. Various tense marking suffixes can be added to this verb. As you can see in this example, the student has added the word accepted to the appropriate table in their spelling out words reference book. The table shown here specifies the tense marking suffix ed and a generalization for adding the suffix to verbs that contain particular linguistic properties. In this instance, the word accept ends with a blend of consonants, p, t, and that is why the suffix ed can simply be added to the end of the word accept to mark past tense. The word accept comprises 2 morphemes, a prefix which is assimilated, ad. The prefix ad is a bound morpheme, meaning in or toward. The word accept has another bound morpheme, which is sept. The morpheme sept is a Latin root, and it means to take or to seize. So if it's appropriate, the student may also be asked to document the word accept in their spelling out words workbook again, but this time under the assimilated prefix sections, specifically in the table that lists examples for the assimilated prefix add. By now, the student has recorded the tricky word multiple times in their Spelling Out Words workbook, and this repetitive process has helped them to build a multifaceted representation of words. So that the student can further their understanding of the word accept, they may also be asked to complete a word analysis chart. Spelling Out Words comes with a suite of printable word analysis charts. What follows is an example using the word accept. The student learns the meaning or shades of meaning of the word. They write definitions, synonyms, and antonyms. They write the word in different sentences. The teacher can also link this to a grammar focus when the sentences are constructed. The student records the number of syllables and phonemes in the word, as well as the morphemic elements and any generalizations that may apply. Word building is also included in the task so that the student can expand their learning of the word and its related words. The word analysis charts for spelling out words can be used flexibly. They can be printed on demand. A range of annotated word analysis charts are provided as a guide or as a reference for teachers to support their explicit instruction. Spelling Out Words is an evidence-based resource that supports a structured and explicit approach for teaching Tier 2 and Tier 3 vocabulary across all subject areas in the curriculum. It's ideal for students in Year 3 and above, including students in the middle and secondary school years. Spelling Out Words is a personal spelling and vocabulary reference book for students to use. It enables students to strategically analyse and record new and challenging words. Teachers can simultaneously refer to the Little Compendium of Standard English Spelling. The compendium is an essential accompanying teaching resource that comprehensively lists phoneme grapheme correspondences and essential morphological generalizations, all of which are mapped to lists of words. The compendium also includes extensive information about Greek and Latin roots, as well as homophones that are categorized by common phonemes, and a range of morpheme maps to facilitate word-building tasks. The structure of the Little Compendium of Standard English Spelling parallels the structure of Spelling Out Words, the student workbook.